the X factor. And so here's what I realized. I can tell you this. When it comes to taking your business to the next level, when it comes to you making some things happen, when it comes to you increasing and enrolling more people into having home shows and getting to the next level and leaving that job in which you know that perhaps you were sick and tired of being sick and tired, and getting to that place where maybe you can look back at some of those people that told you no and said, I told you so, that in order for you to make some things happen, you're going to need the X factor. But you might be saying, well, what is the X factor? Now, here's what you don't realize. The X factor is sitting in your seat right now. The X factor is guess who? Who's the X factor? The X factor is who? The X factor is who? The X factor is you. You are the X factor. Now, I can tell you right now, the person that's going to be responsible for taking your business to the next level, the person that's going to be responsible for changing the legacy of your last name, the person that's going to be responsible for making this opportunity work for you, the person that's going to be responsible to ensuring that you're booking enough home shows and that you're getting to the next place and you're bringing enough partners is you. And since you are the X factor, then there's some things that you need to know. And you see, once you are the X factor, one of the things that you got to realize is you've got to make your move. Let us all say together, make your move. Make your move. Let me get some energy and conviction. Make your move. That's right. Now, when you're the X factor, you're not waiting on somebody else to grow your business. You're not waiting on somebody else to move your jewelry. You're not waiting on somebody else to book your home shows. You're not waiting on somebody else to make your phone calls. You're not waiting on somebody else to help you close somebody. You make your move. Now, here's what you got to know. And I want you to write this down. At first, it may not make sense to you, but I'm going to make sure it makes sense to you. Is that okay? Yes or yes? Yes. Here's what I want you to write down. If you move on what you know, things will become clear to you. But if you don't move on what you don't know will paralyze you. I'm going to say that one more time. If you move on what you know, things will become clearer to you. But if you don't move on what you don't know will paralyze you. And so here's what you've got to realize. That no matter what it is that you're doing in any level, in any business, that there are going to be some things that you don't know. That you don't know if this thing is going to work out necessarily. You don't know about every intricacy of the comp plan. You don't know about every intricacy of the back office. Then maybe you don't know how that person managed to make it to diamond. And maybe you just don't know how this person seems to be continuing to grow their business. There's going to be plenty of things that you don't know. Do you agree with me? Yes or yes? Yes. And so what happens is if you begin to focus on the things that you don't know, what begins to happen is you become stuck. You become stagnant. And guess what happens? You don't move. And so some of you right now, maybe right now as you're growing your business, you've been realizing that there's starting to be some lag. You're here at the launch and you're hoping to get re-energized. You know that it's been a while since you had your home show. You know it's been a while since you've been making sure that you're prospecting people. You've been allowing people to get within 3, 5, 10 feet of you and you don't even talk to them about the opportunity. That you've allowed some people with some negative, toxic attitudes to be able to make you play small in your business. And so you come alive when you're in this environment, but when you're in other environments, what happens is you begin to shrink. And the reason why is because you're focusing on the things you don't know. But here's what I got to tell you right now. If you can just simply focus on what you know, then things will become clear to you. And you see, what you know is this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Eric Thomas said that you've got to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime within the lifetime of the opportunity. You see, what you know is you've got some children that are counting on you. And you see, what you know is that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. What you know is 2 jobs are for 2 people. What you know is right now is the time to make some change. And so what you got to do is you got to move on what